each year we talk about that this is a 9 or 10 month process that we go through. And I think these two young men are examples of the process. When we were in training camp last year, and we had the Maryland Navy game, and we had their coaches come out to practice. But the day before, or 2 days before, we got a call that Coach Raff wanted to bring a couple of players to training camp to get them to experience what it was like watching NFL players and what the environment was like. And he gave me the call, and unfortunately, I had to call him back and say because they were underclassmen, they were not allowed to attend our practice. But on the practice field, he and I talked about it and why he wanted to do it. And he told me, he said, I have a young man down at the University of Maryland named Torrey Smith, who I would have wanted to come up and get a chance to see, because I guess they had just come through spring ball, and he had an inclination that Torrey was going to have to make a decision. So he wanted to start to paint a picture for him. So that was the first time that Torrey Smith's name came to my attention. On the other hand, normally in about October is when Eric starts to give me names of guys that I need to start to watch in preparation for the draft, because in October normally most colleges have played 3 or 4 games, and our scouts have enough information to put grades on them. And the first 2 players that Eric gave me was Von Miller and Jimmy Smith. And as I was watching Jimmy Smith, and John related the story to me yesterday, that I was watching something, and it was hard to be able to watch a corner play like the guys that play on Sunday. So I got up, went across the hall, and told John to come in. I said, John, take a look at these 3 plays. And John's response to me, we'll never get him.
Seems to be a pattern here.
So, but that's how the process works.
Yeah, it's a long process. I want to compliment the scouts and everybody involved, the coaches. I think our coaches are all sitting back there doing a great job, and we've still got work to do today, as we all know. And there's I think, what, 4 more rounds to go, and there'll be some more good players being added because we're trying to build a team. And these 2 guys are going to be integral in what we're trying to do as a football team, and that's what we're about here, building a football team. And they're not just the type of players we like, but they are the type of players that fit us, the type of guys that we need. They play the way we want to play, but they're also, in my very strong feeling, the type of guys that fit our personality too. They're good people. They have good hearts. They play hard. They work hard. They come from good families, and we're thrilled to have these 2 guys with us.
Forward to your matchups in training camp with the guy next to you, and you glad to beat him?
Oh yeah, definitely. We'll have some fun. You know, I feel like they brought us in both to kind of help make an impact, and we're going to push each other to help us both be the best players we can be.
Even did I hear correctly, you're both represented by Drew Rosenhaus?
Yeah.
And your last names are Smith. Is there anything else that we're going to find out about the 2 of you?
My first name's James. It's Jimmy. So,
no, my first name is James.
Yeah, so we got that in common too.
So technically, we're
both
James
James or Jimmy.